Hi, good evening, clay friends. I just wanted to take a moment to do a little bit of freestyling on the wheel tonight. The goal is to make a bulbous vase and just to see where I go from there. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll just see where we go from here. All right, so first we'll go ahead and start off with getting our clay centered. And as you're centering your clay, just be sure to keep your hands firmly positioned around the clay as you're pushing it towards the center of the wheel. Then next we'll open up our clay, and I usually use my pointer and index finger to open up the clay. And just be sure to remember as you're opening up your clay to leave room for clay at the bottom. All right, next I'm just pulling up and getting it up. Ooh, that was a close one. I'm just getting the clay stabilized, trying to fix that error I made, that mistake. Just stabilizing, get recentered here. All right, I'm just going to start pulling up on my vessel to make it into a cylinder. All right, I about got it to the height I'm wanting it here. And next I'm going to start collaring the top, closing it in. As you can notice, I use my index finger as a guide to closing and collaring it in. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start to compress the clay at the top and start pulling more to make the neck. I think I'm going to try to make a bottle or a bud vase here. Looks like my pot got a little bit uncentered, so I'm trying to get it stabilized and recentered. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm just collaring more using my index fingers as points of contact. I'm going to try to even out the rim of my pot using my pointer finger. Okay, I'm going to collar in some more 4 points of contact, my thumb and pointer fingers. Just getting my pot stabilized, keeping it centered here. Just continue to pull up here, giving it more of a neck that you find on bottles and bud vases. Just continually pulling up here. All right, going to close in a little bit more on the neck of my bottle. Just using those 4 points of contact, using my thumbs and my pointer fingers. Got a little unevenness at the top of my rim, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out that unevenness in the rim. All right, you just gently lift it off and use your thumb and pointer finger. There we go. Okay, let me collar it in more. And compress the top of the rim here. And pull a little bit more. Give it a taller neck. Okay, I'm going to get some of the excess water out of the bottom of my bottle. You just want to make sure not to keep any water at the bottom or it'll crack your pot as it dries. All right, right, so let me narrow the neck of my bottle here a little bit, closing in a little bit. Using that 4 points of contact brings stability as you're closing it in. Okay, so I'm going to clean up some of this excess water that's on my wheel. All right. And next, I'm going to use my throwing stick here to cut off some of the excess clay at the bottom to make it more narrow at the bottom to get a little bit more elegance. All right. There we go. So I'm all done here. Thank you guys for joining in, clay friends and fans, and